Let me tell you, when I was in my second year in university, all right, and I was going to resume for second semester year 2. How many of us are we're all in university, Abby? Most of us. Some of us, right? Some of us, right? I was going to resume, okay, some of us, at least some of us. None of us. Some. I mean, the early ones, yeah. I was going to resume second semester year 2. All right? And some of you are in the university that I went to. You are in that university now. I know one or two of you, who are now in the university I went to. Okay. All right. So I was going to resume year 2, second semester. And I remember that was in 2004 or 5. I'm not sure now. And my dad counted 10K, which is trash money now to most of you because you all collect all sort of money now. But 10K then was a big deal, That's about 14 years ago. No, 13 years ago. So it was counting 10K to give to me, And today, honestly, is one of the proudest days of my life. And I don't talk about this a lot. So he counted the 10,000 naira and he said, "This is your pocket money." So I told him to keep his money. Do you know that feeling? Do you know that feeling? It felt good. Really, really good. I told him to keep his money in a very respectful way. So he was really concerned. This guy that is always calling me every time. I'm broke. So I told him. So there was someone who was living with us then, who was making plantain chips. So I remember very well then, the cost of one pack was 14 naira. For her, was 14 naira. So I went to her. She was living with us. So I went to her after my year 1 second semester. I went to her during the holiday. And I was following her to that plantain shop where she was making it. Obviously, just to go and eat plantain chips. But I was seeing, people were coming with cars to come and pack 10 bags, 20 bags. What's going on here? So, my year 2 first semester, I saved money. I remember I saved 2,000 naira. So when I went home for the holiday, I went to a shop. I gave her the 2,000 naira. I said, "This money, how many bags will you buy?" There were 50 packs in a bag. 50 times 40 is what? So I bought 1 bag of plantain chips. And I took it to school. Do you know how much I was selling it? Let's just say I made enough money to tell my dad to keep his 10K. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. But I'm saying that you can't. What happened? Oh, Ella. Who was the person? Oh yeah, clap. So let's do the clap very well. The Ella has gone, Abby. My point is, get busy. All right? Elisha was very busy under Elijah. All right? And there's no way we would talk about Elisha today if he had not served under Elisha. Let's quickly go on because of our time. So Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here. The Lord has sent me to where? To Bethel." But Elisha said, where's our scripture now? So our book can follow. Anyway, 2 Kings 2, verse 2 now. But Elisha said, "As surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, I will not leave you." So they went down to Bethel. This is instance number 1. Elisha said, "Go back." Elijah said, "Go back." Elisha said, I will not go back. Let's continue. Verse 3. Then the company of the prophets at Bethel came out to Elisha and asked, do you know that the Lord is going to take your master from you today? Then Elisha said, yes, I know, but do not speak of it. Now, I want to talk about focus. All right? I want to talk about focus. This man knew that something was about to happen. All right? He knew that something was about to happen. And there was distraction. First, from his own master. Second, from what? A set of colleagues. Because these were prophets. Elisha was a prophet. And this was another prophet. Another set of prophets. The Bible says the company of the prophets. So, other prophets came and said, do you know this? He said, it's okay, I'm aware. Just keep quiet. Let me focus on what I'm doing. Then verse 4, then Elijah said to him for the second time, stay here, Elisha. The Lord has sent me to Jericho. And he replied, as surely as the Lord lives, as you live, I will not leave you. Second time. Then verse 5, the company of the prophets at Jericho. The first company of prophets was at Bethel. The second one at Jericho. Went up to Elisha and asked him, do you know that the Lord, the same set of questions again. But because of the power of focus, the man said, it's okay, I'm aware, do not speak of it. Then in verse 6, Elijah said to him the third time, stay here. The Lord has sent me to where now? To Jordan. The man now said, it's not today. As surely as the Lord lives, two of us, we are together. I will not leave you. So the two of them walked on. Then in verse 7, 50 men of this third set of prophets. Now, do you know that as young people, we talk about peer pressure, all right? We say our friends are influencing us. Let me tell you one good and bad news at the same time. It will not stop. Oh. It will not stop. When you leave this stage, wherever you are going, there will be peer pressure. When you are 50, people of your age who do not know the God you are serving, they will still try to distract you. So focus. When opportunities are ahead of you, there will be so many things to distract you. We need focus. So 50 men of the company of the prophets went and stood at a distance, facing the place where Elijah and Elisha had stopped at Jordan. And Elijah took his cloak. If you read down, they crossed the Jordan. Then Elijah said to Elisha, verse 9, tell me, what can I do for you before I am taken from you? If you stay focused enough, all right? If you stay focused enough, guys and gentlemen and ladies, Abi, the opportunities for which you are looking for, by the grace of God, they will come around to look for you. And that's what happened to Elisha. 6 different instances. 3 stay here, 3 from his colleagues. But he stayed focused enough. And then Elijah now said, okay, what do you want me to do for you? Isn't that an opportunity? You know, if he had stayed back at the first time, Elijah would have gone. This thing will not happen. He will not even have the chance to make a demand. And that's how life works. Only people. Now you say, when 10 people start a journey, only 2, only 3 will finish, because the other people, the first set of problems, they give up. 2 of us want to start a business. 2 of us, the Lord has told us we should come together as a group of friends. Let's go and pray for some people in Unilag. Let's go and speak to people. Let's go and evangelize. Let's go and win souls. When you are going, when you start, somebody will say, actually, my uncle said that he will stop. But for you to take advantage of opportunities, kingdom-sized opportunities, you need to be focused. All right, so Elijah said, You are asking a difficult thing, Elijah said. Yet, if you see me when I am taken from you, it will be yours. Otherwise, not. And as they were walking along and talking together, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared and separated the two of them. And Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind. Now, still talking about focus. The only condition for Elisha to get double portion of Elijah's power is that if you see me when I'm taken away. And you know that for you to see someone, if you are working with someone and someone says, if you see me when I'm taken away, it means that you have to fix your eyes on that person. Because you can be together and be looking in another direction. Maybe that's when one girl is passing and you are not looking at the girl. Meanwhile, your Elijah is being taken away. Keep your eyes on the good. The Holy Spirit is able to show you things. But we need undivided attention. We need to put our attention on the Holy Spirit. And I've established from the beginning that the kind of opportunities we're talking about, kingdom-sized opportunities to win souls, they only come from the Holy Spirit. And you have to be sensitive. You have to be aware. You have to be alert to see these things happen. Do you know, on the other hand, apart from the fact that Elisha was being diligent and focused, there was another example. Elisha's own servant Gehazi, he wanted to get rich quick. Isn't that what we think about now? Get rich quick, fast money, fast cars. All right? Fast money, money quick, quick. And Gehazi wanted his own money. He wanted his own fame. He wanted his own everything to happen quickly. And those are two different people. And by imagination, Gehazi could have been 4 times Elijah. Because let's just assume that since Elisha was 2 times Elijah, when Elisha is now going, if Gehazi has asked for 2 times his own power, then it could have been 4 times Elijah. But the man wanted to get rich quick. Do you remember that story? Naaman came and offered gifts after he has been healed. Elisha said, I don't want your money. But Gehazi ran after him. Because how can I pass in front of you like this and you will not take it? Abi? Shebi, that's how we are. Any small thing, we must grab it. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. Can I round up by saying that one other thing that you need to take advantage of godly opportunities is to stand up and speak up for the truth that you believe in. Stand up and speak up. Look, all sort of things are going to be thrown at you. All sort of things are going to be thrown at you. And you're going to be in the middle of the storm when people are doing all sort of things. And they're going to be watching you. Will she speak? Maybe she's a Christian. Maybe he's a Christian. What will he say? How will he say it? You've got to stand up for the truth. Let me end with my own experience. And I'm saying that God-sized opportunities will come to you, but how you respond to it is very important. So I was in secondary school at this time. Okay? I know like you all like to hear these stories. So night prep. How many of us go to night prep? Night prep, Abiyo. How many of us are in boarding house? So it was time for night prep. Okay? And as a bad boy that I was then, you know, I didn't go to night prep now because how can somebody tell us to do something and we'll just do it? It's too cheap. We must first of all do agidi first. Flog us. That's how we will now behave ourselves. You can't just tell us to move and we'll just move now. It's too easy. Maybe that's the kind of thing people are doing now. They will say stand up. You say, how can you tell us to stand up? You see stand up later. Oh. We got into trouble. And they caught one of us. And I knew that the person that they caught, even though they didn't catch me, I knew from the outside, you know, that this person that the school caught was not the person that caused the trouble. So all the things I'd learned from Sunday school as a child came to my head. All the things I learned from children's church, Sunbeam, everything, I started remembering everything. So you mean they will expel this boy now, and you know that he didn't do anything, and you will not see anything? So I went out, and I said, oh yeah, Kukuma, take me. What happened? I said, well, this person that I'm about to punish is not the one. See, me, I was there. You know, I've now given myself a B. I've now offered myself. I said, I was there. This person is not the person. That is the person. Of course, that meant trouble for me now. Me too, I got into trouble. Maybe you were there. But they ended up not punishing that person. And they punished the right person. My own trouble was now so much that Shebi is the one that now has mouth. Anyway, I ended up being asked to leave school. I'm telling you all of this to show you that it doesn't, like, there's nothing as important as speaking for the truth. You will suffer for it. But then the Lord is able to lead you to opportunities to win souls just by standing up for the truth. All right, long story short, I left the school and I went to another school. And you know that it was in this other school, I was barely 1 week in to this other school. I met this family, I made friends with these people, and I got, just somehow, they paid my way through university. Just somehow. Full tuition fees. And you know, if I'd stayed in that other school, and I'd known that something was going wrong and I didn't speak, I would have still stayed there, Abi. All right? And maybe my father would have not had the money to send me to school, which he never even had anyway. All right? But look at how God worked. Because somebody is willing to stand up. It's going to happen. God is going to line up opportunities for you only if you just want obedience. Look at Philip. Just obedience. And he went. And we are all talking about Christ today because through that incident. So what are you going to do about what you've heard? You know, I always end, anytime I speak to young people, I always tell people that one day somebody's going to line you up like this. I'm going to ask you, so on what's today's date? On the 17th of August, I'm finishing. On the 17th of August, you heard X, Y, Z. What did you do with it? You know somebody's going to ask you. Do you know who's going to ask you? Yeah. Actually, yeah. You are going to hear that I sent somebody to you to speak to you. What did you do with it? So there will be so many opportunities. So many kingdom-sized opportunities. So many God-sized opportunities. The only way to identify them is to stay connected to the Holy Spirit. John 15, verse 4. You cannot bear fruits. You cannot bear fruits if you are not abiding in me. If you are not abiding in me. Can we take 2 minutes to pray together? All right? And if there's any real desire in your heart to make a commitment, and I'm not asking you to stand up or raise your hand or anything, just make a commitment in your heart that, Lord, I want to be available to take opportunities, the opportunities that your Spirit will bring across my way. Just take a minute to pray and say, Lord, this is my life. And I'm willing to live right by you because I know that you are counting on me to take these opportunities and to use them for your glory, to win souls for you. Help me to be sensitive. Help me to be sensitive. Help me to see where you are asking me to go. Help me to hear you when you are speaking. Help me to be obedient like Philip. Help me to drop everything I've worked for and follow you in obedience. When I'm with my friends and you're telling me in my heart to speak to someone, help me not to be afraid. Help me to be open to do your work. The Bible tells us in Proverbs when we read earlier, that the wise win souls. The wise, that's wisdom. If you're not winning souls for Christ, if you're not going out there, if you're not listening to how he wants you to do it, then you're wrong. You're not wise. You're not wise. Every time there'll be opportunity, let's ask God that we will be available, we will be sensitive, and we will be obedient. I'm not talking about opportunities in career opportunities. I'm not talking about all those kind of opportunities. I'm talking about opportunities to expand God's kingdom. That's the kind of opportunities we're talking about. Life, kingdom-sized opportunities. Father, we thank you because your word won't come and go back null and void. Thank you because there's a purpose for why we gathered here and a purpose for why we've heard what we've heard. Could it be that there's something lined up after now that you want your children to be aware of, that you want them to respond to, and you want to use them mightily like you used Philip? Help us, oh God, every one of us here, that will be sensitive to what you are saying. We will recognize the opportunity that the Spirit is putting ahead of us. We'll be bold enough to take it in obedience, and that, Lord, your name alone will be glorified. In Jesus' name we pray. I'll be around after lunch. If there are any questions whatsoever, I'm sure that the leaders will help us.
Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Keep clapping, keep clapping. Thank you, Uncle Dewale. Now, please, pick up your bags and straight to the dining hall. Please walk as fast as you can. All right.